Hey guys, and welcome back to the cave. I told you guys I was going to be moving all my stuff over, and as you can see behind me, I delivered on that. Took me a little while to get a third shelf down here and to reorganize all this stuff, but the collection does look a whole lot nicer. I'm really stoked about having things moved. Along with these changes, I realized it was time to address some things with my channel. I finally came to the conclusion that typing out Mikey J. Hoeksta every time to search for my channel or try and promote it was kind of dumb with a capital D, because it's really hard to remember how to spell that. So as I was moving all this stuff, I got to thinking, well, I need some sort of new channel name that's going to be easy to remember and identify with. And I was talking to a couple friends trying to kick around ideas, and a new name has been achieved. Shout out to my friend Andy for suggesting it, kind of helping me kick around ideas, but the new channel name for this page is now The Bearded Padawan. Now I know what you're thinking, Mikey, you don't strictly do just Star Wars stuff, and that is true. However, majority of the things that are covered on my channel are either Star Wars related or toy figure collecting related. So I kind of just lumped everything in, and I'll still be covering some film and music stuff on here. Literally none of the content is changing, just the name attached to it. So from here on out, it's the Bearded Padawan. Right, so you didn't click on this video just to hear me talking about rebranding stuff. I do have a couple cool things to show you that I picked up at Columbus yesterday when my mom and I went down to get some spare parts for a guitar I'm fixing up. Now, none of these finds were planned. As a matter of fact, I didn't find any of the things I was hoping to find, but these were all pretty amazing finds, so without further ado, we're going to dive right on into this haul. First up, we've got the Entertainment Earth exclusive of Super Saiyan Goku that glows in the dark. Just by looking at this with the original one side by side, there really isn't that big of a difference. They're literally the same figure. You can kind of tell the paint job on the Entertainment Earth exclusive is a little bit different when you're really up close to it, but here is what this thing looks like when you shut the lights off. It is just absolutely incredible looking. I think it's so cool that they have Goku's hair glow in the dark in Super Saiyan mode, nonetheless. Really excited to find this pop. I'd been kicking around ordering one online for the longest time, and I was just at the Polaris Mall, went into the board game shop called Go, and they had two of these in. One of them was in kind of a demolished box, and then there was this one, so obviously I snatched up this one. Really excited to have this figure in the collection now. Now I know we haven't even hit Halloween yet. Y'all can get over it. Keep your spooky season stuff, because right here we've got Buddy the Elf from the movie Elf. Funko had announced a couple different Christmas lines, and I believe that we've gotten a pop of Buddy the Elf before, but they randomly decided to redo a couple and even add a few more characters. I wasn't sure when these would exactly drop, so I was thoroughly surprised when I went into GameStop and found one of these. Elf is probably in my top 3 to 5 Christmas movies. It's up there with the original cartoon of The Grinch and Home Alone, which I'm very excited to try and hunt down some of those at some point. This is just a really great looking pop. The detailing on his elf costume is incredible. He's even holding a bottle of maple syrup, which is hilarious. And yeah, it's just a really terrific pop and a really surprising find. And last but not least, what kind of channel would this be if I didn't have something Star Wars to show? Hit up Target right before we went home, and I managed to score the one copy of General Leia Organa that they had from the Black Series. This figure just came out. Really excited because it's definitely going to be one of those figures that's hard to find. Just looking at this, the detailing on this figure is incredible. Her outfit, her vest, just the paint job. even the little blaster that comes with it, and I don't know if we'll see Leia in action in The Last Jedi, but for a Force Awakens figure, I'm assuming this is a Force Awakens one. It's just a terrific figure. They definitely did her character justice as far as an action figure, and it's, you know, going to be a really hard watch for The Last Jedi since we just lost Carrie Fisher last year. But the biggest thing that I really appreciated about this trip was there was a guy probably, you know, leaning more towards his 40s, I'm assuming, in dress clothes, like tie and everything, and he had a whole bunch of these figures in his hands, and I just kind of, you know, struck up conversation that we were both hunting for figures, and he told me that he was getting one figure for himself for his collection and another for his son, which I thought was just extremely cool. And we just, you know, hit it off talking about Black Series figures, Smuggler's Bounty with Funko, and the different things coming out, and exchange tips on where stuff was in the area. And, you know, a lot of people kind of poke fun at me for collecting these bobbleheads or action figures, but it's encounters like that I had with this dad at Target that just really, you know, brings a smile to my face when I'm going through difficult stuff. You know, it makes me think back of the hours that my own dad and I logged in with Star Wars Legos or playing the old N64 games when I was a kid. So, you know, it brings up a lot of good memories, and it's great to see, you know, that generation passing stuff on to generations that are even younger than me. So, that being said, before I get too emotional, we'll wrap this video up for this week, and we'll see you next time here with The Bearded Padawan.